What's going on, everybody? Hope you're all having a fantastic day today. Now, very quickly, as we always do before we start the commentary, just want to let you guys know that I will be live streaming today, as I do every single day of the week. So if you guys want to be a part of the live stream, if you want to join the family of fantastic people over there who support us on a daily basis, by all means, go ahead, go to the link in the description, and hit the follow button over on Twitch. I don't know exactly what I'm going to be playing today. I'll probably go ahead and leave a poll down in the Twitch live stream once we start up the stream, of course. And it will be between Halo, Call of Duty Vanguard, maybe I'll add in Warzone, and Battlefield 2042, and possibly I might add in World War III as well. And I'm going to let you guys choose exactly what I'm going to be playing today, because like I said, I can't decide anymore. With all honesty, Battlefield, meh, Call of Duty, meh, Halo's probably the most active one that I would play, but again, I don't know if you guys enjoy watching it that much, so as I said, I'm going to leave the option up to you guys on what I'm going to be playing during the live stream. Now, ladies and gentlemen, today's video is going to be about DICE and how they completely failed when it comes to this specific game mode. Now, I wouldn't really say they completely failed on the whole overall game. I mean, that could be up to your own personal decision. Some people think that All Out Warfare and Battlefield 2042 is absolute garbage, and other people think it's a fantastic video game. But despite your opinions, I think we can all come together and say Hazard Zone is the biggest waste of time we have ever seen in our whole life. The way they describe this game mode, the way they advertise this game mode, nothing about the way they, push this to their fan base gives me any of the vibes that they try to push out. It's a horrible game mode. It's an absolute, utter flop, a failure. It shouldn't be in the game. It's going down the same exact path as Firestorm. Now, they are updating it. They're giving it different, things and improvements and stuff like that, but none of these improvements in the updates are for the core game experience. They're all for performance and stability issues. But when it comes to the core game and why it sucks, which I will be describing later in this video, they have done nothing to improve on the formula of this game mode. And as long as nothing is improved, it's going to continue to go down the same exact path of failure. Now, I do want to be honest with you guys. This is pretty old gameplay. I cannot bring myself to go ahead and play this game, and I highly suggest you guys don't play it either. I promise you, even if it's just 5 minutes of your time, when you turn 80 and you look back on your life, you're going to tell yourself, oh my god, I really wish I never put that 5 minutes into the Hazard Zone. I wish I have that 5 minutes back. I promise you, you do not want to invest any of your time into this game mode. But where do I start, man? Where do I start on a video like this, on something that's so awful? I guess I should start with Escape from Tarkov. I'm a fan of that game. I am. I play Escape from Tarkov. I got the most expensive edition. It's an addicting game. It's very hard to get into, and that's why I was hoping the Hazard Zone would be able to casualize this specific game type for anybody to be able to hop in and see what it's all about. But honestly, instead of casualizing it, they completely insulted Escape from Tarkov. Honestly, this is the biggest insult I could have ever seen out of a development team trying to mimic this playstyle. Ever in the history, and honestly, DICE deserves every last bit of backlash from this game mode that they could possibly get. Escape from Tarkov, the reason why I invest time into that game, the reason why I enjoy that game, is the thrill of survival, while at the same time having very intense and engaging combat. You know what I'm saying? Every fight that you get into when you go into Escape from Tarkov is a life or death situation. It's not like Warzone where you're going to go ahead and you hop in, you loot, you die, you repeat. You hop in, you loot, you die, you repeat. And you're not losing anything. The only thing you're losing in Warzone is your time. When you play something like Escape from Tarkov, not only do you lose your time, but you lose the currency and the money that you brought in, the currency and money that you invested into your weapon, your loadout, your armor, your helmet, your ammunition types. All the stuff that you invested into yourself to go into that raid because you were confident. If you die, you lose that all. So every engagement isn't, like I said, in Warzone where you're just charging around. It's like, oh, I'm not losing anything, so let me just try to, get 20 frags, 30 frags, 40 frags in one game of Warzone. When you go into a match of Escape from Tarkov, it's almost more for looting than it is for the engagements. The engagements are the icing on top of the cake, you know what I'm saying? But the core to it is about finding stuff, completing quests, getting certain things in the maps that you're raiding on, and then obviously extracting with that stuff, selling it, getting a bunch of money, and being able to reinvest that money into getting really cool decked out weapons, awesome outstanding armor, really good ammunition types and stuff like that, to be able to be overpowered, chunky, and just be able to go in and absolutely dominate players. It's so intense to the point that every sound that you hear in the game is going to make you paranoid. It's going to make you double check. It's going to make you think. It's going to make you call out, ask your teammates where they are. It's going to make you engage with the game itself. Battlefield 2042 Hazard Zone does none of that. It literally does none of it at all. There's no risk factor to the game mode. There's no thrill to the survival aspect of the game. And every engagement in the actual, Hazard Zone is completely pointless. When the whole game is revolved around who can get a vehicle first and drive around and absolutely pelt everybody, what's the point? Nobody's going to care about survival when that's the only thing you're going to do. If you run into a vehicle, you are screwed. Now, yes, you can go ahead and carry rockets and stuff like that, but if you verse any experienced player who can actually land their bullets, they're going to pelt you. They're going to shred you. Now, yes, they did nerf the vehicles a little bit. Like I said, this is old gameplay, but no. It shouldn't be in the hazard zone. Why are you trying to make a high-risk, high-reward game mode and then allow people to call in freaking beefy vehicles that can just completely demolish someone after they sit there and scavenge the map for so long trying to find good and useful stuff to improve their weapons and perks and all this stuff for upcoming matches? I play this game mode exactly like I would play a game of Team Deathmatch in Call of Duty, which isn't good. That's not how it's supposed to be played. But guess what? That's what they're pushing for. That's what they're encouraging. And that's what the developers are going to make this game mode around, then guess what? That's how I'm going to abuse it. That's how any good player is going to abuse it. And that ruins the overall vibes. I don't care if I die in this mode. I'll just get called back in by my teammates. And if we all die, it's not like we lose anything because you don't lose any money from a bad raid. It's no risk factor. The weapons are dirt cheap. And you can't even go ahead and purchase attachments. I thought it was going to be full blown out everything. You purchase your attachments, you purchase your ammunition, your weapon. If you want a secondary, you can completely deck it out. You purchase your armor type and your perks and all this stuff. I thought it was going to be full blown out stuff that you go ahead and purchase. But none of it is even expensive. You don't put a dent in your currency. I basically make back the money that I spend just by playing one match and losing. I don't even have to win. I don't have to extract. I can completely die, and I'll basically make back the same money. Maybe I'll lose a little bit of currency, but it's nothing, worth making me scared to die in a game. It's nothing worth making me want to play a little bit more cautiously, check my surroundings, actually play for OBJ. At this point, like I said, I go in, I find a vehicle, I stomp out a bunch of players, take their cards, extract. That's the whole purpose of the game mode. There's not even a good looting system here because once again, like I said, you don't even have to purchase anything that's useful. In Escape from Tarkov, loadouts are expensive. If you want a really good gun with good attachments, good ammunition, it's going to cost you a pretty penny. And if you go ahead and go into a raid and you kill someone who decked out their gun, brought in tons of ammunition, really decked out guns, a lot of meds and stuff like that, that is a score. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm saying it's the icing on top of the cake. You go in initially to find loot to sell, but if you do get into an engagement and you win the engagement, that might be the ultimate score right there that not only will give you a ton of cash, but it gives you a beefy loadout without you having to spend more money. Now, there's nothing to loot in the hazard zone. There's only the drives that you go and extract. So, there's not really anything that you need to sell. You're not going out of the hazard zone and selling all of your stuff, which to me personally is a missed opportunity because that's one of the best parts about Escape from Tarkov, going out and selling stuff and seeing the, the marketplace increase in value as, people want more things. That's how it works in Escape from Tarkov. If everybody's starting off with the same mission, they really need something. You can go into marketplace and it's going to be extremely expensive. But when everybody completes that mission, nobody's going to want to sell it for a lot anymore because nobody needs it, which means I'll go dirt cheap. The players decide the value of everything in the game, basically. It's so badass, man. I absolutely love it. But I guess, whatever. Hazard Zone's supposed to be a more casualized experience of it, so we can't have an all-out, in-depth, marketplace when it comes to this game mode. But still, at least change up the whole weapon system and also the whole purchase system as well in this game. Make us buy what we want. If we want a red dot or if we want an ACOG, make us buy them. If we want to go ahead and use different barrels or suppressors or something, let us buy them. If we want to use the plus system and have multiple attachments, let us buy them all. Let us buy every feature to a weapon so when we kill someone, it actually means something. We can actually come in with a really cheap weapon. We come in with like a M5 with no attachments, and we could leave with an AK or a PKP that's completely decked out if we kill the right people. You know what I'm saying? It adds to the value of engagements. It makes them more fun and intense. Because, like I said, if you're going in with a really good weapon, you're going to play differently than you would, for example, the current build of Hazard Zone that you're watching right here, where there is no risk, we all get the same weapon for dirt cheap, so we're just bum rushing around, charging kills, and just going for the things and extracting. In order for this game mode to be even partially successful, they would have to completely revamp the whole thing. The whole idea that they had here has to be completely reworked. There has to be a risk for death in this game mode, which there's no risk at all. Even when you go ahead and you buy the most expensive perks, it doesn't hurt you to fall back and not buy them anymore. Just having the base amount of stuff, just bringing in a really decked out gun and just having the base, perks that you have already, you can just come back with a massive return of income. And also when you lose, there's nothing to lose. You're not going to lose any more currency. It's not going to scare you. It's not going to set you back. It's not going to make you grind a little bit harder or play a little bit more safer so you can earn more money. There's nothing. It's just a rinse and repeat factor in this game mode that's just ruining the whole thing. Like I said, completely revamp the currency system, completely revamp the weapon system, allow us to buy each attachment. Don't make it so you buy your current build that you're using in all-out warfare and then you have the whole plus system and you can use everything that you know. Make us buy a red dot, or make us buy a silencer, or make us buy an attachment or ammunition, and make us buy how many rounds we actually want to bring in instead of giving us a set amount of ammo or being able to purchase an ammo box, which I guess is cool. You should be able to purchase an ammo box, but you should purchase how much ammo you want to bring in. If your gun holds 30 bullets, buy 60 if you want to have 2 magazines, or buy more if you want to hold more. And if you have confidence that you can kill people with the amount of ammo you have and you can pick up their ammo, then you don't have to spend as much money. You see, it adds a thought process behind the game that makes it more intense when you go in. And when you have to buy that many things for your gun, it makes you value it more than, just buying a completely decked out gun for extremely cheap. You don't want to lose it. And when you kill someone else that has a really decked out gun and you pick it up, you can bring it out and you can have it, you can hold it, you can store it, you can actually use it at a later date. It needs to be revamped. That's all there is to it. Revamped or it's going to die. There's no in-betweens. There's nothing else to be said here. This game mode is going to turn out exactly like Firestorm unless they do anything about it. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for checking out this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to leave a like. Bonus, hate it, leave a dislike. Also, if you're brand new and enjoy the content, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification button. Also, want to chat with me, there's 2 ways to do so. I have a Twitter and a Discord, both of them in the description. And also, want to catch me live stream some video games over on Twitch. Link that is in the description as well. But guys, thanks so much for tuning in. See you on the next one. Peace out.